All right, welcome to Tech Team 6. I am Miss Kempson, and I am here with your podcast members.
It's your girl Trinity. XX
Leo.
Verified Drew.
Jello.
Maya.
Allison.
And we're going to come to you with the topics that are important to the students here at Luella Middle School. All right, so last month we talked to you guys about bullying, and this month I want to dive into the conversation of social media. So, do any of you guys use social media?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, interesting. All right, so what social media platforms do you guys use?
Instagram,
Snapchat,
Snapchat.
Twitter.
Yeah, I use Twitter.
Okay, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. I don't think I've had any group talk about Twitter so far.
Is YouTube on social media?
YouTube is a social platform,
I
yes.
use YouTube.
And then even the stuff that we're doing right now, recording the podcast, it's a social platform, so it goes out there. So think about your favorite social media site.
Instagram.
Snapchat.
Snapchat and Instagram, okay? So how many are each of you on?
4.
4?
I'm on one. It's YouTube because they have live streams now, so
Right.
it's technically like social media.
2?
I'm like 3,
3?
4.
1. Okay. All right, so now, out of your favorite, how many friends are on that platform? So how many people do you have following you or your views if you're on Snapchat? How many?
485.
1,114.
134.
117.
That's a lot of people. Okay, so out of that percent, how many do you know in real life?
About 75%.
85.
40%. 100%.
3%. No, I'm just like, I know like 50% of the people that follow me.
Okay, so we watched this video, and in the video, it's called 6 Degrees of Information. And I got the video from a website called netsmarts.org. And they have a lot of tips on what you should not put out there. So tell me, what did y'all feel like after watching the video? Like, what did you get from the video?
Nobody's gonna find everything about me in 6 clicks.
Nobody's safe.
Nobody's safe.
I have no privacy.
There is no privacy.
privacy.
Yeah.
Find everything about someone.
I mean, because think about it like this. Let's say I have a private account, and
Nothing's
all of a
private.
sudden, Tina doesn't want to be my friend anymore. And Tina and I were friends on Instagram. She gets mad one day. She literally can go in and screenshot whatever I have posted. She can go back and tell somebody whatever conversation we have had. And Tina's platform isn't private. So she posted. People have access to your information even if you set it for private.
Mhm.
So nothing is 100% safe. It's just not.
No, because like when you have a private page on social media, it says like this this and that has requested to follow you. You could decline or answer it.
But if we're already friends or we were friends and I screenshot what you have up, they can see it because mine is public, because I'm posting it on my public page.
And every photo has a location on it, so they can technically find
Right.
both of you.
And then there's something else you guys have to think about. When you post information, like let's say you think you're super private, but if you haven't taken the location services off of your phone or off of that platform, people can find out where you stay. That's why they say when you're going on vacation, don't post, oh, I'm in Hawaii for the next 7 days. It's
Someone
going to
can
be
break into
great.
your house.
Because when you come back, your stuff may be gone.
Because people know you're away.
Exactly.
You can
So-
post it after the vacation because you'll be home.
Exactly. It's always better to post afterwards, because then that way you don't set yourself
When
up
you're
to be
home.
taken advantage of.
Recently, I just went to Texas last 2 weeks ago,
Mhm.
and we were talking about how you shouldn't tell anyone you're going,
Mhm.
or don't post anything.
Right. I think it's gotten to the point now where people feel like they have to post everything. They're like, oh, I got my
Their dinner.
eyebrows done. Oh, I got new shoes. Oh, I have to go to the restroom. All of that isn't necessary.
Restroom?
That's how everybody's life is fake now.
Right. And a lot of the stuff that you see, think about how many times good things happen to you in your day and how many bad things happen to you in a day. Do people want to see bad stuff posted?
No.
And are you going to post the embarrassing things about you?
Of
Maybe.
course not.
So
Maybe.
sometimes it
Depends.
depends.
If it's something to laugh at.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like
But
really
for the
embarrassing.
most part, you're not going to put bad stuff up about yourself, right?
No.
So most of the people who put stuff out there where their life seems so great, they're not posting the stuff they go through in between.
Like a funny meme would be okay.
Yeah, but memes are different than posting
Stuff about yourself.
stuff like,
in your life.
you could be like, I just got these, brand new $200 shoes, which may be great, but
Like, you might be in debt.
exactly. So now, I had you guys Google yourself. How many people actually had the first page results about them?
Not me.
Not me.
I didn't have any results about me. All that popped up was guitars.
Okay, what about Google Image?
Nothing.
That's
Got,
actually
like,
kinda
7
good.
images.
All that popped up was this.
Only 7?
Yeah, and there weren't about me at all.
So
That's the kind of warfare.
that's actually good. But here's the catch. So one of my students Googled himself and had no clue that all of these pictures would show up, but it wasn't because he was posting them. It was pictures because of the position that his father is in. So there are articles, there are pictures, and all of these things are tied back to him, although
He doesn't know.
he didn't know, he didn't authorize it, but it's something that his family they experience because that's just what they do. So had I not have Googled him or told him to Google himself, he wouldn't have even known. So then think about your everyday social media interaction. How often do you see someone being unkind on social media?
Well, almost.
24/7?
Yeah, 24/7.
Yeah.
There's always a hater out there.
So the trolls like to hide behind,
Nice
Fake
people.
Catfish.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
technically, they can take one of your pictures and just crop out maybe something, and then use it on another profile.
Yep.
And
ask
that's
you-
the other
they can
thing.
start posting your pictures.
And I'm glad you said that because
Catfish.
even think about the private page.
Yeah.
Your page is private, but your
People
profile
you didn't
picture
know.
is not. So someone can steal your profile picture and then they can say,
They can make bad
This
things
is
about
me.
you. Yeah. Make it seem like, oh, I finally made my account not private anymore.
exactly.
That-
And also, they
that's
can
why-
find out everything about you because I know that gaming now you could have conversations with people.
Yep.
So technically, it's
That's why whenever I'm on social media, I don't put my pic. I put a
Avatar.
shoe or something.
Right. So why do y'all think that people act that way on social media?
Because they have nothing to do.
There's just
or
Maybe
they
have
do
no-
it to make
they have no
themselves feel
life.
better because they have their
Hackers.
problems of their own.
Yeah.
Maybe they
I
have
don't necessarily
parents
think
that
they're
do it to
hackers.
get
don't
your
give them
information so
attention.
they can come stalk you.
Yeah, and you can. And see, the other thing you have to think about is, have you guys ever had someone, like she was saying catfished earlier, have you guys ever known someone or it's happened to you where you have experienced someone who claimed they were a child but it was really an adult?
Well,
No.
I've heard of
I-
stories where people have
No.
experienced that.
So there are all kinds of things that's going on. So let me give you an example of something that I was reading about. And I know you guys may have heard of the Momo Challenge.
Yes.
Okay, so that to me is a great reason why you don't want to put your information out there. Now, it's 2 ways that they're actually doing this.
People have killed themselves as a little child.
Right. So one thing that they're doing, and this is sad, but on like kids YouTube, this is the one that's supposed to be
YouTube Kids.
filtered. It's all the kiddie
It has
TV
restrictions.
shows. It has these restrictions, these parental controls, which is awesome. But they would have, like, say, for example, Peppa Pig playing, and in the middle of it, then you would get someone that would come on and tell these children
yeah.
how to self-harm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
my
heard
mom
of.
had
Yeah.
told me about it yesterday. She said that that she heard about it, but it didn't happen to her. She said that it was some kind of doll that pops up on YouTube that tells
It's
you to set the gas on your stove and set it on
it
fire.
has you do different tasks. It may be to steal money. It may be to self-harm. It may be anything that could possibly hurt yourself. And if you and talk about it with your parents, because The sad part is that these little kids, these 5-year-olds, 3-year-olds, they're being exposed to this. And then the video goes back to Peppa Pig like nothing happened. So if you are a parent and you give your kids access to
Maybe that's why they're
YouTube Kids,
discontinuing the show.
then
Yeah.
it's not just particularly that show.
It's kids
just
shows in general.
in kids shows in general. It can happen and it happens on different videos.
No, I think you
And
should
another-
go on YouTube Kids because YouTube Kids.
But that is
live.
YouTube Kids. That's what it's happening on. It's not just on YouTube. It's happening on
You
both
can go live on
platforms.
YouTube Kids?
No, we're talking about it's a video inserted inside of it.
Oh.
So
it's a video edit.
basically
It's a
kind of-
video
it's
edit,
kind of like
exactly.
hacking.
So
It's
like what if like you're watching like a Michael Jordan video?
So if you're watching Michael Jordan, and then all of a sudden you see this character, and then it goes back to Michael Jordan. So that's what they're doing.
So you probably
and-
shouldn't use YouTube for a while. Just start using Netflix and stuff.
Another one is the same type of challenge, but they're using the phone numbers and they're telling kids to do certain things. And if
Call
they
the
don't
number.
do it, they'll call the number and then they'll do like maybe the first challenge. But if they don't do it, then they'll tell the kids, if you don't do this, I'm going to do this. And then they'll send you the address of where you live.
For real?
So it's really important that you stay away from things like that, especially people you don't know, because you don't know what their intentions are. So what do y'all think teachers and parents should do about it?
Don't let their child go on YouTube if they're like
No,
under a
protect
certain
So pretty
age.
much any YouTube, like every single YouTube video on YouTube is not safe at all.
I mean, nothing is safe, but they're putting it in these videos.
Don't
And we don't know which ones they are. As soon as YouTube found out, they started, taking them down
Yeah.
and things like that, but there are still people that are doing it.
Yeah.
Me, what I think of it as is like kids our age, we know from our right to wrong.
Right.
So what I think is like parents and teachers can
let your
basically
child go on there.
no, like I'm not saying that. Like some kids they love YouTube, that's their thing. But I'm saying like have a conversation with your kids, like how my mom did. She was like, "Don't do the stupid stuff that this doll is saying."
Right, but think about, we're all on there and we all are, I would like to think, pretty responsible to a degree. And we may be saying, don't do this, don't do that. And we're taking precautions, but we don't control what people upload.
Yeah, we can't control that.
That's the part we can't control.
So you have to take your part and
On the
don't
YouTube Kids,
use YouTube.
like I heard one time there was this video. This guy like he kidnapped girls and like killed them and then put like the clothes on like mannequins and made them like say things.
Made
There-
it seem like they were talking.
And like
Right.
it would say like something I'm pretty or something.
But see, that's why you have to be cautious about what you post online, because what people will do is they will find out things about you and then turn around and use that against you. And that's what you don't want to happen. So, thinking about all of this, tell me, what do you think about social media? Is it good? Is it bad?
I mean, it can be
It's
good.
okay.
It can be good
It can be good
in
and bad.
in
just
your
the-
way, but it can be bad in in
Other
other
people's way.
people's eyes. Like they can use it as a harmful tool, but you personally, you think that it's just for communication, but other people use it to harm other people.
And the first intention for social media was for you to be able to conversate with friends, especially if you don't have like a phone. People can use it on their computer. But now people are using it to take advantage and steal people's personal information. So, I mean, it's not like the cops can do everything or YouTube can do everything. There's always going to be that one person out there that tries to ruin it for everybody.
Right. I agree. Like what we're doing, I think is a good thing, because even though it's
It opens up people's eyes.
it's a conversation. It's doing two things. It's allowing you guys to have your own voice to talk about, things that are important to you and what you see and what you view, because I know a lot of times you guys want to be able to express yourself. So I like this part of it. And podcasting is a social platform because it's out there for everybody to see. But it also has its bad things, because no matter what goes on, how much good you try to put out there, there's always
There's
going to
always
be
bad and
something
good.
bad
There-
as well. So
Bad and good.
it's just really important to talk to your parents and make sure that, you guys have everything that you need so that you're safe and you don't have to run into these issues like that. So, anything else for the good of the group before we go?
No, be safe.
For example, about social media,
Mhm.
some people I heard will fake their account and then they'll start talking to people that are way younger than them, and then they'll tell them where they're at, and then meet up, like for example, in the park, and then some people will just take them away from their family and then take out all their organs and put magazines and stuff in them.
And that's why you don't want to let people know where you live. That's why you don't want to tag your locations. Even if you decide to tag a store or a restaurant or something that you go to, you want to tag it after you have left.
Or probably not even tag at all because you might be going to that store, restaurant,
And
constantly.
you would
Yeah, 'cause
exactly.
and you could be
They
found
like-
there.
And
Some
they can
people
watch
hackers,
you.
They like
Or-
to go constantly until they find you.
Or
Right.
not even that. You can just like if you leave and you tag it after, you're not even putting yourself in danger. You're putting other people that are still there in danger.
That is true.
That is also true.
All right. Well, that's it for Tech Team 6. We out.